Calling all nerds. This is More Than Dice, the podcast where we dive deep into the realms of everything nerdy. Whether you're a nerd culture connoisseur, a tabletop titan, a miniature gaming marveler, or just someone who proudly embraces their inner geek, this is the podcast for you. And now, let's get to the show.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of More Than Dice. I'm Gonzo.
I'm tired and Missy. Yeah, that's my name.
I'm Nessie.
Mizzy decided to
I
go
decided
party
to
late
be
last
social.
night.
I was very social and I played a lot of games and I had a really good time, but getting home at 2 a.m. is not the life I live.
She's no longer a
Super.
spring chicken.
I've never been a spring chicken.
Yeah, where are my ears? Oh, here they are.
Yeah, Gonzo, put your damn ears on.
So welcome to episode 356. It is going to be another Warcrow episode. We've played a few games, talked about some models, had a lot of things going on, and so we are going to talk about some tactics with Warcrow. But before we do that, we got to give a shout out to our awesome sponsor. We want to thank Eldritch Foundry for providing us with the ability to make awesome miniatures, and also a discount code for all of our viewers and listeners. We also want to thank Turbo Dork for providing us with awesome metallic paints and everything going on. Just used them last night to paint a set of horns for a holiday set, purple metallic horns.
So you copied me.
Someone else did. They wanted purple horns, so they got purple horns.
Imitation is flattery, I guess.
Yeah. So other than that, we do have a lot of things going on. Next week we'll have an announcement of something going on. You can also we'll put it on Facebook too, so you don't have to worry about it. But we've got some special projects coming up that I will be doing, which the team will be a little bit off on, which is no big deal. Let them have a little bit of break. But I've worked some cool stuff coming up with a lot of cool things. And then our Veil of the Lost won't be back until December. Got a lot of people doing vacations and all the other stuff like normal. And then we've got our Rebirth of Souls, and I think we settled on the 6th as our next one. I think so too.
I don't know. You keep better track of my calendar than I do.
So we're gonna have to look into that. I think we got the 6th, so we have that. We will have more Daggerheart one shots in the next Varan universe as it's coming up. Hey. Whoa. And Gamefather 42, thank you for subscribing. We appreciate that. We appreciate everything that happens. But we'll have some more, like I said, we'll have some Daggerheart one shots coming up. Try to get like those every so often. We still have our Rebirth and our Veil of the Lost. Veil of the Lost is on break for the month. We will be going to Warfare Weekend, so we'll be out that week to do things. So other than that, we've been busy. It's all Mizzy's fault. She's got real popular, and she's bringing all the boys to the yard.
I contend that it is Gonzo's fault because he's the Fey Lord and is my Fey patron, and I am the Warlock. I am but a servant. It's Gonzo's fault.
It is my fault. But we've also gotten a lot of things going on miniature wise going on. I will be putting together a bunch of old Umbrae pretty soon, so you'll be able to see that. doing some posts on it. We are going to work on a Warcrow tonight while we're doing stuff. So, but before we do that, yesterday, Friday night, we did the next Varan one shot, and we had someone had to substitute in at the last minute, which was great, no problem. We played for about 3 hours and 30 minutes. Got through it pretty good. I always try to schedule my one shots about 4 hours. So what did you two think about Next Varan and all the sound effects and all the creepy stuff going on?
Nestor, do you want to start?
Oh, I like how that's on me. I was like, ooh, Mizzy will go first. So I loved it. I don't get to play often. I'm like Gonzo, a forever GM. So, and this was my first time actually playing Daggerheart as a player, not as a game master. So it let me get to do a lot of things that I got jealous seeing Mizzy and Gonzo do as players. So a lot of fun, and it gives me that horror vibe that I enjoy during the holidays. And also being the comedic relief that I am, got to put that into the game, and Mizzy and Steve and Summer's characters helping me out with that as well. So I enjoyed it, and look forward to seeing the next one.
Yeah, the next one will be
Yeah.
Bloodleaf Woods, by the way.
I definitely agree with Nestor on all of that. It was a really good time. I liked the feeling of not worrying about staying alive. And having more of the lack of words. I like the freedom of being able to be like, okay, yeah, I can let this character die.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be all right. Which is exactly what I did. Because, any other time I would probably either go unconscious or blaze it, but I was just like,
Right.
fuck it. Fuck it. Now's the time to risk it. Let's go.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I'm doing a lot of one shots in this world, because the world's supposed to be really deadly, so you don't feel bad if your character dies or I smash the crap out of you, type thing. It's a world filled with demons and despair. There were 2 people that did survive that fight, and they're dragging the bodies back of their other 2 people.
Literally dragging.
Yeah. They will make an appearance in Bloodleaf Woods, by the way. The remaining 2 characters will make an appearance in the Bloodleaf. So they'll do something. What you don't know, you'll have to wait and see.
Nice.
So.
Will Brother Salon be carrying the talking skull?
We'll have to wait and see.
Ooh.
Characters that survive will make appearances in other one shots. How? I'm not gonna say. But they'll be there. I do have to say that we did scare the shit out of Summer. Literally, she jumped out of her chair. I did the knock sound effect, and when I did, she'd never heard it before, and it scared the ever living shit out of her. She literally, I mean, we were laughing so hard we had to stop for a minute. So,
but she did have a good time.
Yeah, she did. Steven said he had a blast too. He thought it was a really good time. I had a lot of fun. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. The next one, I can't say who's gonna be in it, but it's actually a very popular group of podcast people and D&D players that will be joining us in the next one. So I get to really make them freak out. And it'll be a Saturday early morning because of their location. So,
and I get to sit back and watch popcorn.
Yep. Before we get any further, do we have any shout outs this week, Mizzy? I know that we forgot one last week or the last time. Ace Freely of Kiss passed away. I don't remember if we did that one or not, because we did.
We did not do that one. I think I saw that one after the show.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong. Other than that one, I can't think of anybody.
Yeah. But I mean, we had that one. And that one we missed last week. But, Kiss fame is Kiss fame. So that was pretty popular.
Yeah.
And then I think that was it. Oh, we do have to do a shout out. A friend of the podcast, with their spouse passed away from cancer just not too long ago. So you know us and our cancer saying. So 1, 2, 3, fuck
Fuck
cancer.
Fuck
cancer.
cancer.
So, um, big shout out. Hopefully, things work out and they can, get through this time. So, other than that, Nestor, what are you drinking tonight?
Pepsi Zero. Not really thrilled, but
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I can't drink anything that's like fake sugar.
yeah.
It makes me
Yeah,
poop
but
really bad.
I mean, I hydrated so much today. I was like, I did not refill my water bottles in time. Like, I was like, oh damn, okay. What do you got, Mizzy?
I have high quality H2O in my fancy Yeti.
Hey, guess what I've
Nice.
got in my high quality Yeti cup with our logo on it? I got high quality
Coffee.
H2O also.
I was gonna make coffee, but I changed my mind.
Nestor, yours will be shipped out next week.
Or I mean, you could just wait till Warfare weekend too. So
You want me to do that? Because I can bring models with
yeah.
you. Also, I have some models for you.
Oh yeah, that's fine. If you got stuff other than the Yetis, that's fine. Cool. I'm just looking over some Warcrow models.
What? I think that's what we're supposed to be talking
No.
about today. So as you know, we've been really into Warcrow and playing games of that, and we've gone over the history, all the other stuff, and the things going on. And so we're going to go talk some tactics because we got some games in, and we've been looking at some stuff. And there was actually 2 models that came out that were brand new to the game, and they were the large base models. The Hegemony's got one, and the Orcs got one. I'm going to switch to the paint cam because I actually need to work on some models because I changed up my army list. And so while we're doing that, Nestor, let's talk about the war rig.
Oh, the big boy. So first off, I have it here for those who haven't seen it already. It is pretty nice.
It's nice. It's big.
It's nice. It's a chunky boy. Um, it's huge. That's what she said. But it's bigger than a tag for Infinity. So if you guys play Infinity and you're thinking, oh, the war rig is just a tag. No, it is not. It is bigger than a tag. I've seen comparison pictures. So it is 40 points. So it's probably the most expensive piece of equipment right now. It's on a large base. It's got Intimidating 1. I don't know exactly what Intimidating does, but I'm sure you roll a die since it says 1.
I know what it does, but I'm spacing out on it right now. Damn it.
Well, I'll
We don't
keep
claim to be
talking and
perfect on this.
yeah, no way, no how. It's got so many dice for both defense and for um offense, but it is slow. It is 2 and then 8. So it's faster on a charge, way faster on a charge. 8 wounds, its willpower is an orange die. 2 mortality.
That's morale.
All right?
No, it's
Morale. Okay. Yep.
mortality.
And mortality. And 1 availability, because it can't let us have nice things.
Well, here's the thing that you want to do because the model, sure, it would be cool to field a bunch more, but you know what? You've put it at 1, you're done buying.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and it
That-
is
that's the
pricey.
kicker.
It is not. It is not overly expensive, but it's not cheap either. It's MSRP. It's $75, $70. Yeah, $70 MSRP. And yeah, like the old tags were $50. The metal ones now they're cheaper because they use the the new material. But it's great. It's great. I don't have to go and buy two. I still would though. It's like buying two colossals or gargantuans. Uh
You may not need them, but damn it, they're
no,
cool on
they
the
it's
table.
exactly exactly. Um, it's got uh red to orange, an automatic hit, and a green die for offense. For his attack. One of its switches is your surges. Your target suffers one stress if you get a stress. Sorry, exclamation. If you get a hollow hit, add 2 hits to your roll. So already it's crazy. Um,
Well, think about
it's
it.
got a
If what was the one for stress?
exclamation.
So you get two exclamations, you're automatically putting two stress on somebody even before they lose.
Yes, and on defense, if you get a hollow shield, your attacker suffers one stress. So even if you hit it on defense, it can give you a stress back. So that's pretty, and it automatically gets on its defense. It's a green, blue, black, and an auto shield. So it's already defending against one hit. And then if it gets a hollow shield, it's going to give you more stress. It's going to stress a lot of people out. um,
What's the
it's
movement on
got
your
a
Warwick? Did-
2-2, so it's not very fast. Um,
But it
but
doesn't need to be. It's a chunky boy.
Yeah, because you think
right,
about
and
it, the base is going to make it move even faster.
Yeah.
yes, that's the thing. The um, if you guys have ever seen Thor on for MCP, he was supposed to have a larger base, but because he hit so hard, they made him a smaller base because they didn't want him getting that fast into combat. So that's a thing. Larger base will give you a faster movement. So 2 strides and it charges for 8. That's insane. Most you figure 2-2 it you would see like maybe 5 or 6 strides for a charge. It charges for 8.
Yeah.
Um and I'm sure there's movement shenanigans somewhere in hegemony that will allow him to move faster certain times. It's got what's the Mizzy, you probably remember this, or Gonzo. It's the green star. Is that command? That's a command token?
Uh, no. Green Star is an action.
Okay. So one of its actions is Flame
Yeah.
Spitter. Target enemy unit within 8 strides. Resolve a ranged attack with a red and a yellow against the target unit. Add 1 orange to your attack roll for each troop in that target unit. So minimum, you're doing red, yellow, orange, and then if it's like 3 or 4 models, you're adding more orange. Your attack gains the switch, double exclamation, cancel 1 shield from your target. That's kind of crazy. Uh, Automatic abilities: armored. When an enemy unit declares an attack targeting you, the enemy unit receives the disarmed state. So not only are you getting stressed, disarmed when you attack it, if it gets that hollow switch, that hollow shield, it's going to be stressed. So it's going to be just piling status effects on you, which Gonzo loves as he plays Daggerheart loves to do. And it's about to blow. When a troop in your unit is about to be taken out of combat, if you have a character joined, they have your unit. All units within 3 strides suffer uh, one wound. So basically, it just blows up, and everybody within 3 strides suffers. And a funny thing enough about it is that it can join units.
What unit can it join?
The right now it can join one of the dwarves, Trober Slepmand. He's from Adventures,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not legal in tournament play, so no reason to uh, worry about that. But if you're playing casually, um, he has an ability called uh, power, power vials. Ooh. Once per round, choose the effect of the vial. Heal up to 2 wounds on your unit. Remove all up to 2 stress from your unit. Your unit displaces 7, so he's the one that would help you either get into combat faster or get out of combat, right? So like he, your next turn, you can activate him, and he would push the um, war rig back 7 strides, which would be kind of scary, or move it up 7 strides, and then you can just give it more stress later. It can also do the engineers. The engineers actually can heal it. At the beginning of every round, roll the willpower of the engineers. For every successful, like the hit marker on the die, you clear that many wounds from the unit. The engineers are 3 wounds, and their willpower is an orange and a yellow.
So you're
And then
most likely going to get at least 1 wound healed.
yes, and then updated armaments. Your unit may repeat up to 2 dice. Reroll, yeah, repeat up to 2 dice from their attack and defense rolls. So really annoying little person.
Yeah, that the ability to put stress on units and then disarm them on top of that is going to be a
Mm-hmm.
people are
Yeah,
going to hate that. I mean,
yeah,
especially he's got
and
what you say 8 wounds.
8 wounds, and the engineer is 3 wounds. So you're gonna have, um, and then it's just, you know, it's big. So to hit, you're just blocking the engineer from getting hurt. Um, and so here's my question: in a unit that's joined, it's going to be the war rig first, taking all that damage. Correct?
Um, well, is it an attachment?
So the engineer is the attachment. Yes.
Let me look at the thing. 'Cause it depends on how things attach.
Yeah. So it would join. The engineer would slip underneath the war rig's card,
So yeah, the
so
war
you can
rig.
see.
Yeah, if the engineer slips underneath the war rig, then it would be that engineer takes it first, or the war
Yeah.
rig would take it first.
Yeah. So it's going to it's going to take a lot to take that thing down. Now, mind you, the northern tribes can do it. I've seen northern tribes do like 6 wounds. And
Yes, because we will
and on
beat your
a
fucking face in.
you're right, and on a really shitty defense roll, the most I'm probably doing is maybe 1 or 2 defense. So, depending on how hard you hit and how what switches you give, right? So you can say I negate one shield, um, and I did 7 wounds, which I've seen northern tribes do. So
Mhm.
then you come in with your witch and just destroy me. That would not be nice.
You'd like it. It'd be fun.
No, 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 I do not like that. It's not that. Yeah. So I haven't seen any other attachments currently that can go with um the war rig, but since most are like infantry, I've seen like dwarves, mostly dwarves can go. Oh, there is a character. Uh and she's a dwarf. Go figure. Um
That tracks.
yeah. So she can do it as well. She's got logistics and technical talents. Your unit acquires the following effects as corresponding: gains aim. The target of mortar suffers 1 stress. If it's the war rig, I change the movement to 2, 3, and I add a yellow die to my attack. Repairing and maintenance, same thing. Uh, every turn at the beginning of the round, roll a willpower for every successful uh, hit marker. I heal a wound. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. I like it. That's why I can't wait for the dwarves to come out for Warcrow. Because if this is what they can do in Hegemony, I can't wait to see what they could do
Mount Haven.
in the actual. Yeah, Mount Haven's gonna be
Yeah.
so much fun.
The other one that came out was the Rock Troll, which is for the Northern Tribes. So their movement is 2/2 with a charge at 8, 9 wounds, a yellow willpower, 2 morale, of course, only 1. It can dispel, which is interesting. It has intimidating 1 and large and golem. Cannot contest. It has 0 ability to contest zones. Not shocked by that at all.
Mm,
There's a lot of northern tribes that don't have a conquest value.
Yeah, well, I mean,
because
this one,
they smash shit. That's it.
Yeah, we show up to wreck your shit.
Yeah. Well, the war rig, just really quick, as you mentioned that, I forgot to mention, the war rig is also 0, like
Yeah.
no conquest value.
which it should be. I mean, for what
yeah.
it's got.
It's intimidating. It's good. It's hard to take it off of
Mhm.
an objective. So I can see, not giving anything large based conquest value like that.
Yeah.
So, real quick, intimidating is when the unit engages in combat, the enemy unit must perform a willpower test in which they must obtain at least as many successes as indicated by the X. So, intimidating one, they have to have at least 1 success to avoid stress. For
Oh
every
God,
unobtained success, they have to gain a stress.
that's crazy.
hmm
Yeah, the War Rig is definitely a stress machine.
It's stressing me out just thinking about it.
Going back to Rock Troll. Of course, a large base. Its attack is red, 3 orange, and a yellow. Defense is 3 green. The switches for attacking 2 solid exclamation points. Target receives a vulnerable state. Hollow hits are you shove your target 8 inches. So kind of what our Rock Troll would do, to hit it and then shove people away. So
Yeah.
good for getting people off of zones, which would be good. And if it in defense, the switch is a solid shield. You would
Hollow shield.
is it
Gonzo,
hollow shield? Your attacker receives a disarm state. Not bad. I could definitely see the hollowed hit being used for knocking people away.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see it being used for a lot of other things besides that. Maybe if you want to, so you could move up faster. Sure, probably. Its abilities, it has no command ability, so they're just things that happen.
Yeah, all of its abilities are passive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Go ahead,
Which
Mizzy.
I'm okay with.
Yeah.
So, what I like about this in particular is the third one, Raise the Rock, because it works with the evokers. So evokers have a spell called Summon the Rock, but when the Rock Troll is in play, they gain Raise the Rock. So you target a rugged terrain area within 10 strides, and then you can summon your Rock Troll if it's not already on the battlefield. And then place it inside the targeted terrain with 8 wounds. If it doesn't fit inside, place it adjacent to the targeted terrain. If the Rock Troll is within 10 strides of the targeted terrain, heal it as many wounds as hits you got on your willpower roll. And you can displace it too.
Oof.
So that's good stuff right there.
No, that's not good stuff.
You have to pray to your dice gods though.
Yeah.
Bless your dice before you do this. It has rubble, so during the resolution of a combat, roll as many yellow as wounds suffered during combat with a max of 3. The attacking or defending enemy unit suffers 1 wound for each hit that you get on that.
Pretty much. You do wounds to it, it does wounds back to you. Or a possibility of doing wounds back to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
which is good.
Um,
And that's really good because it's either on attack or defense. So you're not only doing combat, you're also throwing rocks as you hit them.
Yep.
mhm. It's got slumber, which it says here the first time you are destroyed. So I feel like that kind of gives it something where it can come back to it, which kind of maybe plays into raise the rock.
Yeah, like
Um, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, since it says it's the first time, you couldn't. It's destroyed, comes back, Evoker brings it out. You couldn't raise the rock again.
No. So I'm talking about slumber. So
Oh, slumber.
slumber, the first time you are destroyed, place a circular terrain element with a diameter of 6 strides and the rugged keyword centered on the position that you were.
Yeah. So if you destroy it, you place it out there, and then if you were to bring it out or something, or some other ability, you couldn't have a secondary, terrain piece out there, which
You
is good
can't do
because
another slumber.
yeah, you only do it once.
Okay.
But it's
Uh,
good is that the evoker can do his rock ability. You could bring out the rock troll, and then when it does explode, you could bring out the raise the rock on it. Like,
yeah.
okay, we're good. Like,
And
that's crazy.
mhm. And then it also has ancestral bond. So once per round, you can choose to either at the end of your activation, an allied evoker may suffer 1 stress to perform a simple action, or at the end of an allied evoker's action, you may suffer 1 stress to perform a simple action.
Which the simple
So,
action, you could do a lot with a simple action.
mhm,
Mm-hmm.
I like
which
that
is where
it puts the evoker because if you want to take a rock, you want to take an evoker.
mhm.
Yes. It's kind of like you want to take the engineer if you want to take the war rig. Like you want that support. So
you
much.
you I feel like you could make the rock troll intimidating 2 because it's already intimidating 1, and then with the evoker, you could use spirit of the thermoplorus and the target unit gains intimidating 1.
Or you can
I
give
don't think it would give it an intimidating two.
Okay. I can dream.
that you might want to check because if we just double check that if you were to
Mhm.
do it because you can give it for 2 black dice, you could give it intimidating 2, and if it does stack,
Mhm.
it would be intimidating 3.
3, yeah.
I would think that you would do it didn't increase because it would say increase intimidating by 2 or 1 or whatever. It just gives it intimidating. Now it could go. It gives it intimidating 2. So I would think it would
Yeah,
go to intimidating
you
2
could do
instead of intimidating
yeah.
3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But if the abilities do, that's a tip sword question if I ever heard one.
Right? I was just thinking, I was like, I need to text him.
but 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 it's a good idea either way, right? Like give the invoker. It's the evoker. Give the
Evoker.
evoker 2 black dice when you cast the spell, and
Mhm.
you know I would do it for an intimidating 2.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, scary.
Yeah. I could see casting it, giving it an intimidating 2. I don't think you could cast it and then give the intimidating 2 to make it an intimidating 3. I think it would just do that. But yeah, you could just in tip sword and answer. He's the god of all gods on this. But yeah, I would think it would just increase it to an intimidating 2. But
Yeah,
still, you increase that to an intimidating 2? Ah,
you're stressing out a good unit before you hit them. So
Mhm.
I definitely want to see the rock troll and the war rig fight now.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be. It's like let them fight. Like let's just go out to the center of the table.
Fertility goddess meets beefy boy.
Yeah,
Fertility goddess would win.
yeah. I think
He's a
it
badass.
would. Yeah, I mean, not only you hit hard, you have more wounds, but you come back. So that's intimidating enough. That's intimidating enough as it is. It's like I destroy you, and then you move him back 6 strides, and then you bring him back. Like, oh, I
Mm.
activated the evoker, or I have, I bring him back next turn. Like, no, no, that's not. I would cry.
Yeah, that one, those two models are actually very, very solid. I could see bringing them. I could see them in events. They are kind of expensive. The rock troll is actually 5 points cheaper at
It is,
35.
yeah.
But you
Is
really want to take an evoker with it, so you're technically,
That's another 25.
yeah.
Yeah. And let me check what because I was looking at the Northern Tribes.
So
So
you're going to do a point sync into this.
the engineer is 15, and the war rig is 40. So I'm spending total 55.
Yeah, and that's the total point value of Crucible, which is also intimidating. That tracks. That makes sense.
Yeah, and then the character, the dwarf character, I think she was 20. So the most I'd be spending is 60 at the moment. But then if you do that and you're doing cavalry, um, I don't know how much the Black Angels are offhand. Let me double check. They're not cheap.
No,
They're
no, no.
not cheap.
That was the one thing I was talking. So I was talking to somebody last night about the game, and I was like, "You're sure you want to bring all the cool shit, but everything's expensive, so you have to be careful of what you bring and how you
Yeah.
bring it."
I mean, the Black Angels are 30. They give you 2 cavalry. And the mounted hetman is 40. So that's another that's 70 points with the war rig. That's 110 with the dwarf character. 130 points, and you don't have any large. Now, mind you, the cavalry is 4 points each, but I mean 4 wounds each, but still, you're.
You're sinking points into something and hoping it does what it needs to do.
Yeah.
So that's something you have to just see if you're going to be able to do it or not.
Yeah.
That's going to be the kicker about the game is, sure, you want to bring in the cool big stuff, but are you going to have the points? Are they going to get their points back? On top of that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's only 3. I was messing around on the Warcrow Army Builder, the unofficial one, and you can filter out by join, and there's only 3 members that can join the war rig, and they're all dwarves. So
Shocker. But yeah, we didn't go over those, and those were something that came up, and we finally saw the full rules on them. One, they all look cool. 2, they're the first big units in the game, technically, not counting the Crucible. And so I figured it would be kind of cool to do. So I would say last week, the week before, Mizzy and I got to play in a game, and we were testing out scenarios and everything else that was going on, and such. And we talked about this with Tipsword, and it got me thinking about tactics and about lists. Especially after our episode with Tipsword, I was thinking, in War Machine, you bring 2 lists. And usually it's one list is, like a beast list, and the other list is like a troop list, or, something like that. Each list is geared for a certain aspect type thing. Unless you decide, fuck it, I'm just going to take 2 off the wall shits. Or, one list because I just want to play with blah, blah, blah.
right.
No big deal. You can do that. There's nothing against that, but we were talking about tournament styles. And I was thinking about, the way the tournament is and how we were going to do, we're building our list. And, I've already built a list and played it, and I'm already changing it up because I didn't like something that happened. Not a big deal. One model just didn't perform the way I liked it. And then one unit just didn't do exactly what I wanted. No big deal. That's the reason why we play games for fun and test stuff out.
Mhm.
That's
And
why you
so
have the filthy casual.
um, but the one thing that I noticed as we were talking about the objectives and zones and claiming things and the feats that you got to do in the game, things that are moving fast and things that can ambush are really, really going to push a lot of people off. They're going to be, because when you can ambush a model in a unit and you're like, I ambush, I'm going to claim this area. Or I ambush and I'm going to strike something. Because, of course, the first thing Mizzy says to me when we play in the game is,
Fuck you, Gonzo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Well, the
them
moment
elves.
the moment you said you had ambush on those elves, I knew it would be in an event. That's just the way it's supposed to be. That's just you're going to
Mhm.
use all your tactics to crush your enemies or do the objective.
Correct.
And those are what those guys are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I says, Mizzy says this, but it's not like my army's, it's just annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because you know it's
But that's
coming, you just
elves.
don't know when
Yes.
it's coming. And yeah, and it is
Right.
elves.
Mhm.
It is shenanigan elves.
Yeah.
You know it's coming, you just don't know when and how. And
Round
so
1, turn 2, though. That's ugly, sir.
I was thinking if I would have won initiative, I was going to bring them out round 1 and just ambush and attack someone in your deployment zone. Just to be a dick.
This is the
Yeah,
abuse.
because you can't deploy them in the you can't deploy them in the
Yeah.
in the deployment zone, but you can charge into your deployment zone.
Yep.
So, and they're fast.
He can go right out of the
Oh
deployment
yeah,
zone.
if you're at the edge of your deployment zone and that
Mhm.
deployment zone is away from the edge enough, oh yeah, he's in there. He's in like Flynn.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
mean, I ambushed 10 strides out, but I charge 11 strides,
Yeah.
which means I
Yeah,
technically I can hit something 12
21.
yeah, 12 strides away.
Yeah.
So it's a no-brainer. Now, would I do this outside of a tournament setting? Maybe, depends on who I'm playing against. Tournament setting, am I going to do it? Yeah,
Hell
probably.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Because it's a tournament.
Yep.
Because
You're not
I,
there to be nice in tournaments.
well, you are there to be nice, but you're there to also win, type thing.
Yes.
And you use all your shenanigans because here's the thing: you use your shenanigans because your opponent is going to use their shenanigans too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Like, I have my own ambushers. I have my own scouts and such that can do that. And that's fine. He could do it to some of my characters. I'll do it to some of his. Um, he'll take away my switches. I'll take away his switches. So there's always, there's movements within movements. And it's just as you see that more often, you just prepare for that more often. That's what playing, doing practice events is for. Um, I'm hoping to. I mean, I feel like I'm only gonna play this Feudum army once before before Adepticon, if that, and then they'll be like, "Well, when did you play?" Now, like,
Now, yeah, I mean, we're going to be playing. I have a feeling that we're going to be playing Warcrow all weekend, just for the simple fact that it's what we're going to be doing, but you know we're going to have games in and just do stuff, and
yeah,
just have a good time while we're doing it.
yeah. I mean, I told you guys earlier. I already told Charity what day I wanted off from teaching because, if possible, right? Like, there's no guarantees with teaching. Um, if the schedule doesn't work out that way and I can't make the narrative game, so be it. But that's my goal. I told her I want the narrative game. Uh, we kind of have a heads up on what day that is. So,
Yeah.
um,
But I mean, we're gonna be doing that and trying to get, I wouldn't say good, but at least have a good showing and know our armies. Because one thing that Mizzy was looking at is she's got a lot of shenanigan stuff that she's got to make sure that she's ahead of, like the pre-movement models,
Mm-hmm.
the stuff like that. She's got to be ahead of. And so since we've looked at the feats and everything, the one thing that I've noticed is, like I said, we were talking about the speed stuff. So anything that's scout, anything that's ambush, is going to do really, really well in holding and getting to objectives quicker and getting those early points before, the game starts. So you can start getting points as soon as you can. That frees you up to do, whatever. You can go and, beat the shit out of people if you want to beat the shit out of people instead.
Mm-hmm.
Um, And then, of course, we were talking about the headhunting one where you don't get your leader has to be deployed on the board no matter what. That's going to be another kicker because you got to think about it. Is your leader going to be able to survive by themselves? Is it going to be able to be out there and not just shot off the board or charged beyond oblivion? That's going to be another kicker. We didn't go over any hegemony lists and stuff, even though you do have a hegemony list and everything. Was there any cool tactics that you found out or looked at on that Nestor on that one?
I personally, I liked the engineer even before the war rig came out. But I haven't played him as much. I do like the war surgeon. I do. It's one of my favorites. The bucklermen, the standard line troopers, they're super cheap and they're good for holding down objectives because they have those shields. So, um, I really enjoy their switch. Already adds a defense to your an exclamation automatically has a defense, but also their offense also has that with an exclamation as well. So you're going to be defending so they can sit there and hold down an objective, and they're 2 conquest points. Um, and that's great against people like Northern Tribes, somebody that does, or Husks, something that doesn't have conquest points. They're just gonna go in there and be like, "That's cool, you're there, but I'm here. And I'm going to hold that objective."
Oh, yeah.
And they're for being cheap at 20 points. I'm the type to I would spam 3 of them to just hold down multiple objectives. Um, I don't like that they all look the same. I wish that the second unit was a little different. The one that you could buy solo, but that's just me nitpicking. I love the models; they're great. Um, the which there's a I'm looking for the Black Angels are really fast. So the cavalry, I don't like playing cavalry. Um, but the fact that their charge is 12, but they're normally just 3-3. That's really scary.
Well, yeah, because they're
Um,
also on a bigger base, and that big base
right,
counts into the charge.
right. So if you have this unit, um, they can and Mizzy has rugged terrain. They don't care. They have preferred terrain, rugged. So they're just going to go over anything that's got rugged terrain. Like, oh, I'm hiding behind this forest. That's cool. I can still charge you. um, which I always find cavalry to be very scary. Um, oh, the arc bruisers. Arc bruisers are the shooters. Um, they are range 12. I really like that they automatically inflict uh, a wound, but their damage output is insane on their rifles. A red, an orange, and 3 yellow. And on
Damn.
a yeah, and on a crit, they inflict the wound. So that's the switch. So if you and the yellows have, I think, probably more. I don't think they have more, but they're more likely to get hits on yellows. So it's pretty scary. I like the hegemony in itself. I did have a list with the arc bruisers. I just call them the riflemen, and Tip Sword played against somebody that had the rifleman, and he was like, I had a unit, and the rifleman took him out like
Oh yeah.
immediately.
Oh yeah.
Yo.
The stand in and shoot. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They point blank.
Vicious,
It
vicious.
yeah. And was it?
Fuzzy was saying that you were talking about units not looking the same and everything, and they said they were going to take the Husk retail box and break a few of them out as unit leaders for the Husk from the adventures, which is good. I think
Yeah.
that's a cool thing to do,
Yeah,
and such. So that'll be nice.
yeah. And I mean that's just me. Like I'm so used to Infinity, where a unit of uh, just like a standard line troop does not look the same. There's four of them.
Yeah.
But then they have like other characters that are the line troops that also don't look the same. So that's just me being nitpicky. I understand you can't do 8 or 10 different models. Let's be realistic here. On
You
my
can,
part,
but you know what that does? Raises the price
more
of the unit.
SKUs. Yeah, yeah.
And some of us are already broke bitches, so cheap, please. Thanks.
Yeah, if you're a miniature gamer, you're going to be investing a lot of money on miniatures. So
Yeah, anytime you get like multiple poses or multiple looks and everything, you've got to count, it's going to cost more money to do that, which is not a big deal. I don't mind
yeah, but
like all the elves in this archer unit, they all look different. I don't care if I have two units that are actually the same.
yeah, and you also can, and that's the thing with elves, you can also paint them differently, right?
I
Like
mean, you could paint yours
they,
differently too. It's just now
yeah,
you got to go with they're not uniform.
right, and but also right, like they are Black Legion bucklemen, like that's they're gonna look Black Legion. Whatever I paint my Black Legion, that's how they look. Um, your elves are just shenanigans.
Bitches.
They are bitches. Mizzy, did you end up winning that game?
No.
Oh. I was waiting for the plot twist. Like, yeah, me and Mizzy did, and I did
No.
this. Yeah. Okay. Justice for Mizzy.
I think I've only been able to beat Gonzo in like one game. And I'm pretty sure it was um not Relic Knights. It's the one with the fish people.
Oh, that was a Relic Blade.
Relic Blade, yeah, thank you.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I
Because
think what I might
that was a selling point for me is I can win a game against Gonzo? Fuck yes! Sold!
Yeah, that was a
there's
game where
so
you
many.
rolled that really fucking hot die and just killed my bear off at no problem.
Yay.
Nice.
Yeah,
There's so
just
many. There's so
wrecked
many
it.
factions in Relic Blade. I like Relic Blade. Yeah, I think I might have to go see Tipsword probably in January and spend like a weekend and play like as many like 7 or 8 games worth of of Warcrow.
Just nonstop.
Like wake up and just turn over and continue movement.
But another thing I was looking at is um, variety. You're gonna have to have since this is a one list army, you're gonna have to build an all comers list. And it got to me thinking about it, and I was looking at stuff, and I was like, doubling up on things isn't gonna be that great for this game.
No.
Because I was taking 2 units of Grove Kirktillers, which I like the Grove Kirktillers, but the only thing I really want to take double up on is archers because their range. They've got such good range and they've got such good shenanigan stuff. They've got, sure, I can do the movement and then I can shoot you from 18 strides away, which is legit good. So
And they have scout, right?
no, not the
'Cause
archers.
that would be broken.
That'd be fucked up. But the whole thing is elves they're kind of glass cannons on most of their stuff. So, they get hit, they die.
Hmm.
Not all the time, but a good portion of it. And so, doing that, the hit and run is going to be great. But you have to start claiming objectives and have to start going places. And that's going to be the kicker is I'm going to have to deal with getting up. So that means, my ambushing units, my Grove Cartellers, and my Sprigs. I can't wait to get those fuckers. Would be my front line troops per se. I'm really digging the Sprigs. One, they're semi cheap. They're 35 points. So they're cheaper than the Wardens. But they have forest as a preferred terrain, so they don't care about it. They're raging in bloodlust, so they can hit, and they have to charge anybody that's within 11 plus 11 so strides. No big deal. I can deal with that. I can deal with that, no problem. Because they hit with a red, 2 orange, and a yellow. 2 exclamation points, their target is slowed, and a hollowed out. They're vulnerable. So they can slow and vulnerable this unit that they hit. Their defense is actually pretty good. It's a green, 2 blues, and a black. And then you can slow them. What makes them even worse is Siege of the Great Forest. During the no left behind step, they recover a troop. Not a wound, a troop.
A troop. Nice.
So a full hit pointed troop model. All enemy units engaged with you. Target. All enemy units engaged with you slowed. The target cannot move or be placed. So targets can't be moved or placed. So they just they just smash. The ability of bringing a troop back for free on the no left behind is great. They have 2 wounds apiece, decent defense, and they're a 4-person unit. So, yeah, fuck it. A regenerating unit? Yes, please. I'm not going to argue about that.
No.
A free regenerating unit.
And you don't care when you place your forest in the middle of the board because they're just going to go through it anyway. So,
yeah, and actually, I took out the druid to put them in because that was a model that did not perform for me very well. And I removed that out. I took him out. And I put in the Sprigs and an archer unit, another archer unit. I don't see using 3 archer units. I can see using 2. Don't see using 3.
yeah.
But I was really liking the Sprigs. And the thing is, we still have more units to go. I don't have, we still have different units for, still don't have the large base model yet. Don't have our cavalry.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope we get a Trent. And I hope our cavalry are wolf riders. I'd like to see that.
I'd also be okay with stag riders.
Or stag, yeah, I could see stags. Stags would be cool too.
That's because freaking The Hobbit, when that dude the elf rode in on the big stag rider, and I'm like, you so aura farming right now, but I like that. Yeah, the feudum, I am dying, as you guys heard me bothering Hopo about that. I was like, I want the cavalry for the feudum. Like, I know they'll probably just be standard knights, right? But
Fuzzy says the large base model is going to be the Moss Hermit. When did they make that announcement? I didn't get to see it yet. I haven't been on a lot of social, and I'm not on the Discord as much as I should be. But did they make that announcement?
It's probably named in the book. Fuzzy is Tipsword, by the way.
Oh, that's not. Fuzzy can't be Tipsword. Tipsword needs to have his Tipsword name.
But we have a Fuzzy Tipsword going incognito.
A fuzzy Tipsword.
It just sounds.
Okay, so it's in the book. So we'll get a Moss Hermit.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a. It's gonna be a shrubbery.
It's gonna be Swamp Thing.
It's gonna be Swamp Thing. A shrubbery.
It needs to have frogs on it. So on the rock troll, on the back of it, it's got like this little gecko lizard thing, and then it's got like this nest of birds in it too. It's so freaking cute.
It's not meant to be cute. It's supposed to be intimidating.
It's adorable, adorably intimidating. So there.
I really
Hey,
like the
hey,
sprig.
I was about to say, Gonzo, did you use the door knock? Someone's at my door. Give me 1 second, guys.
I didn't use the door knock. But I will proxy the sprigs until they come in. So when Mizzy and I play another game, I'll proxy that, and of course I'll get the standard fuck you Gonzo as soon as I bring out things. So I'm used to it by now.
Yourself. Yeah, go fuck you.
So I mean
It's not a matter of you bringing stuff out; it's what you don't put out, and then everything else is ambush. And it's
hey, here's the
God
thing.
damn.
Here's the thing. Now I'll deploy 2 units of elves and sprigs. There you go. Because the sprigs don't have scout, so they would come out too. So
Okay. Very happy for you, Guns.
I'll deploy 3 things. So we'll wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. I'm sure there'll be some more characters coming out for the elves and more whatchamacallit, more units.
Yeah.
So the Moss Hermit, the cavalry, and probably like a solo and maybe another unit. I'll have to wait and see. Type thing. Because I mean, they're almost full. Wait and see. Because Northern Tribes and Hegemony have quite a bit of stuff out right now.
Yes, they.
I did notice on the Feudum they got Guinevere Countess of the Sea. And I don't know if he talked about that one or not. I think that was a brand new one that came out. But
Yeah, I'm back, by the way. I'm looking forward to getting her.
yeah, that model I looked at, well, I thought that was kind of a neat one. Still, and this one actually can join a Feudum model that can actually join a unit.
Join knights
Yeah.
and infantry. Damn.
Yeah, she can dispel. She can join a knight infantry. She's a knight model and she's a noble model. She can hit. She can hit decent for herself because she can disarm them and cancel up to 2 from a target. The Order of the Vine is nice. You can no line of sight and target allied knight unit, and they can repeat 2 dice on a defense roll. Not bad. When she's attached,
Yeah.
she does an automatic hit and an automatic exclamation point, and an automatic shield and automatic exclamation point, and +1 to conquest, +1 morale. Good willpower on her. She's got fierce willpower. You cannot be demoralized if you're stressed above your morale value. Ignore the excessive stress. That's legit. Fucking, I don't care.
She gives +1 morale on her attachment. So that's gonna be tough.
Yeah, and her first limb, at the end of activation, target another allied unit within 12 strides. The target activates to perform one of the following actions: move, charge, or assault. Move, charge, or assault. It does have to pass, if the target passes a willpower test, it adds 1 orange to its attack roll until the end of activation. That's legit. That's some shenanigan bullshit right there too.
Yeah, she is going to get added. I don't have a lot of knights, but I do have infantry. So
if you look at the
Feudums,
Knight of the Sacred Relic, no, Knight infantry.
So the Gossamirs are only infantry; they're not knights. The mace, the Sacred Relic is a carrot.
Knight or infantry.
She could join knight units, so she could join. Well, can she join a single character? Is that how that would work?
I don't know. We have Tip Sword in there. Joan of Eve. You're right.
That's what I said. It's totally not Joan. One character per unit. But here's the thing: the Knight of the Sacred Relic is not a character. It's human infantry knight, but it's a solo unit. It's a solo model. So could it join a solo model?
Yeah, it's not considered a character.
Yeah.
The Knight of the Sacred Relic is not considered a character.
He'll probably get back to us shortly, or he's like
He's
messaging me
digging.
now.
He's like, shit.
Or
Oh,
he's
he's
going, or
no.
he's going, damn it, Gonzo.
No, he said he had to drop, so he'll look it up. But I'll bug him about it.
I mean,
Yeah, because the
you-
Knight of the Sacred Relic is not a character, so it is a but it can join. See, this is where it gets weird. It can join units, so I'm
Yeah.
sure there'll be knight units that it can join if it can't join the knight.
Well,
single
the
model.
infantry knight is the mace escort. She could join that 100%, and that automatically all of their abilities is exclamation points. So I'm sure that's where she's kind of supposed to be,
That's
because
right.
she automatically gives an exclamation point anytime that you attack with them. So the mace escorts pretty much you disarm anybody you attack, and then you get 2 more exclamation points, and it disarmed. You get an extra hit. So
You could also join the Guardians of the Mounds, which is the archery unit, which they are also exclamation on their abilities. 2 exclamation, your target receives the disarmed state, or you can shove 4 on your target, and they have a range 12 stride abilities.
yeah,
So-
see her ability only works on melee attacks.
Ah,
Her exclamation point. That would be the kicker.
gotcha. Yeah, so it's definitely the Mace Escort. That'd be fun. And the morale is 3.
Yeah.
So they'd be 4. So, and then, yeah, you could you can reactivate them and keep giving them stress.
Yep, because they don't care. I
They
mean,
don't
you can't.
care.
They don't actually say you can give them stress over that, but you can't give them. I don't think you can give them. They're just not going to get demoralized.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Then,
Right.
but it's nasty. I am waiting for her.
Over. Microphone. Microphone. So we actually haven't done media section in a long time because we've been doing other stuff.
I think it's been like a month.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of other things coming up, and we had a lot of special guests and everything. So we've been,
media section.
yeah, time for media section. Oh, I didn't even see that Slade was in here. Hey, Slade. Was over working on models and getting things done. So, trying to get Slade to see if he wants to do a one shot too, and got to find that people. So, I technically really don't have a lot for media section because I've been working on a lot of other things. Mizzy and I have been playing Star Wars, and playing all that stuff. Yeah, in all Slade's big free time. We've been talking about that such. I did pick up a new RPG this week. Bought some books. The Inspire Isles. I don't know if you've seen the ads for it, but it actually is a RPG that combines the use of sign language in it.
Oh,
The premise of the book is you play characters that are called Pendragons. There is no class in this world. You just choose, how you want to play. All your abilities are based on the 4 elements. You're actually 15-year-old kids that are taken into a world that use the ability of belief to save the world. And it's an RPG kind of thing. It's kind of thing like Peter Pan, I believe. Therefore, it happens. And such. And so I'm not through the rules completely yet. But what it is you have to help feed the world tree with beliefs. And to do that, they give an example. You find Excalibur, but you find the broken pieces of Excalibur, bring it back together. You get this one big deed. You can either go home or stay in the world, type thing. So and when you come back, no matter how long you've been gone, you're come back when you at the same age as when you left. So there was that. It was actually pretty neat. It's pretty interesting so far. The world is very much a family friendly, what do I call it? Family friendly Peter Pan-esque type game. So I'm still going through it, still working on it. I like that you can use, because there's actually sign languages used in the world quite a bit on different things. So you can learn some sign language out of it. That was about it. I'm going to finish reading before I give a final review. So, Mizzy?
Like you said, about a month ago, I had a whole bunch of stuff to talk about, and now I gotta remember all of it. Um, One thing that I recently did finish is Kings of the Wild. I finally finished that audiobook. Well worth it. It was a whole lot of fun. Um, Good story. Um, and now I want to read the second one as soon as I get done with another book that I have going. But overall, I'd give it 0.5 maybe. It wrapped up really nicely. Definitely check it out. It's this group of washed up adventurers that are like, yeah, we're getting the band back together type thing. And just good adventure story.
Yeah, it's a bunch of retired adventurers that get called back into action. And most of them don't want to get called back into action. It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty funny. Besides being pretty funny, and it's got really good action. It's a very good action story. There is a semi sequel, and it's not. There's another book, but based in the world, but not on those characters.
Right. I think it might be based off of one of the daughters. But don't quote me on that. I could
Yeah.
be wrong.
Nestor?
um, I have not finished it, but I started Stephen King's Insomnia, which is based in the world of. It's actually based in the original town of Derry, in which it takes place.
Mhm.
The book and the movie It. So it actually takes place a little after the ending of the original book. Spoilers: Pennywise is defeated. This book is over 20 years. It's over what, 40 years old. Too bad. Like, so yeah, Pennywise is defeated. Somebody else comes into Derry and takes his place. So it's another creature from the same uh dimension that Pennywise is from. It's good, but it's from the basis of a 70-year-old man who has insomnia but starts developing powers. I don't know if it's like like the Shining, or or that they had in the that's in Stephen King's world, but he's developing powers, and other people are developing powers, but they don't sleep, which I know from time to time. Like, if you don't sleep, it messes with what you see.
Mhm.
So, and he's old, so not only that, not sleeping. People think he's getting old and senile. He's like, but I see auras, and they're like, yeah, you're old. We're gonna send you to the old folks home. But it's a Stephen King novel. So every chapter, it's an audiobook, so every chapter is about 40, 50 minutes. And I'm like, I'm only up to chapter 10. Like, come on, guys. Like, I mostly finished books by this time. Um, but it's really good so far. I can't give it a full score yet. Um, but that's what I've started. So maybe hopefully
um,
next week I'll have be done with it.
I did finish Alice in Borderlands the last season, and it was good. Definitely a game that is I wouldn't say a game. It's kind of like a Squid Game type TV show, where these people join to play in these bad games where they can get hurt and damaged or killed or whatever, and they have to do stuff, which is great, no problem, whatever. Um, and it's a little bit more supernatural than it is Squid Game, so it's supernatural, not realistic. Um, and they make people make these choices on a lot of weird shit that goes on, but um Alice in Borderlands was kind of a sleeper hit for me. Originally was only like the first season. I was like, oh, this is going to be blah, 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 blah. And it turned out it was actually pretty dang good. And so the season series, Alice in Borderlands finishes and goes through and does everything. The ending is predictable. It ends very much like Squid Games ended. But I enjoyed it. If you like Squid Games type stuff, you'll like this series. It gets a little bit weirder. Some of the games are much crazier. But you could see there's some of these games that, you know, everybody's played Mafia or Werewolf or
Mhm.
whatever, and they play games that are like that, but there's real consequences. Type that, you dead, you dead. But overall, I would probably give it a 1 base RP because there was a little bit in there, but overall, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Nice.
Mizzy?
I am currently in the middle of, with about 5.5 hours left, on the edge of Twilight. It is the new, not Dritzt book, but is so it focuses on Dritzt and Catti daughter, Bree, and her adventures and whatnot through it, and it's just, I'm really enjoying it. There's parts in there that I'm gonna have to go back and like clarify some things on because I'm also listening to it while I'm at work. Um, so there's some things that I'm not quite catching, but I'm really enjoying it. What I am, and you will definitely hear more about that soon. TM,
Nice.
because y'all know me. I am a sucker for some Dritz and Guinevere and all that.
Nestor?
Nestor?
I let's see. I'm trying to decide. So I got two to choose from. So today I binged watched the first season of The Diplomat,
Okay.
which is kind of like CIA meets um like the ambassador type movement. So it's a former Kerry Russell from Felicity. So we all know Felicity. Um, she is the ambassador in London. Her husband was the former ambassador, but because he did not get along with the Secretary of State, fired, and now his wife is forced to be the ambassador of London, but she's being groomed to be VP, but she's also a former CIA operative. So she gets involved in a lot of like, it's kind of like a lot of backroom deals, but it's also got some comedic aspects to it. So it's very serious, and then something really stupid will happen that'll make me laugh. Um, but I the first season has been very good, and it has, from what I've seen, coming out in the second and third season, it just gets more intense, and it has some characters from the West Wing, or the actors, two of the actors, Allison Cheney and another actor from the West Wing, show up, and they just add more to it because they've been acting for so long. It's just a lot of fun. So right now, I'll just give it one. There's some parts to it that I was just like, oh God, really? This is not cool. But it's kind of cringy when you see like the lead, the top foreign ministry from London, and her husband try to hit on her at the same time. And you're just like, guys, no, she's not interested in either one of you. Let it go. But yeah, right now, I give it one space herpy.
I'm almost done with the Splinter Cell cartoon that's on Netflix right now. They did a Splinter Cell.
That was out.
Yeah, that came out. It's okay. I was never a big Splinter Cell, player, so it was like, okay, I know about it. It's going to be a good spy, stealthy, big world tree type thing, where they're just killing each other quite often and doing things. I'm like, okay, I can do that. And so it's not bad. I'm on the last episode. They're 30 minutes episodes. They're very easy, very quick. Um, you kind of see where everything's going. It's not any big shocker or anything, so it's not that big of a deal. But I've been enjoying it. I'll give a full rating on there, but right now it's okay. It's good background noise and good, chill, laid back type stuff. So other than that, Miz, you got anything else?
Last night I played a new game. It's not a new game, but it is a new to me game. So I went over to a friend's house and we had a Halloween game night. While we were waiting on everybody to show up, we decided, let's play Dune Imperium. First time playing it ever. I had no idea what I'm doing, but apparently I have a very stereotypical I have a certain I have a gaming style, and it is, I'm gonna beat your face in.
Shocker.
I know, right?
No.
But like, so it seemed fairly easy to pick up. Um, and the I think the hardest part is like being able to choose your cards and like trying to deck build while you're playing. So like, but overall it was pretty good. I'd give it a 2 for experience, and I'm willing to play again. Nestor?
My last one was the new Alien RPG, the second edition, by Free League.
Need
You
to download
guys
that
know
again.
I love Free League Publishing. Their RPG games have been great so far. Um, haven't finished it, as I just got it this week, but a lot of the rules have just been streamlined from the first edition. You can still play any of the first edition campaigns or cinematic, because they break it down into campaign world or cinematic world. So cinematic is kind of like your one shot events. So when I run them at conventions, I do cinematic play, campaign play, as it states, campaign play. Um, so Mizzy, you would love cinematic play because if it dies, I just give you another character sheet, or you just make another
Yeah.
one right there. And I've run 2 conventions with Alien, and I've had one person die, and I just gave him another character. Here you go, just keep going. Um, it because you just make it the worlds. You could do colonial marine, colonial marshal. Basically, it's just a marine that retired and is now like the law on like backwater worlds. You could be a space trucker. Basically, all the characters from all the guys that fly the ships, the pilot, the doctor. You can have a doctor that's really into habits like sneaking in drugs that they should be giving their clients. Um, it's really it is messed up as the alien world is. It really is. Um, they included up from Alien all the way until Alien Romulus. So unfortunately, no eyeball. Um, but Free League did mention that they are working on adding some stuff from Alien Earth to the world to the as a different source book. So I do look forward to that. So Romulus has like the auto aiming gun,
Need this.
and has like all the different ships and artificial life forms and such. So you could still be a synthetic. You don't have to tell your other players if you're synthetic if you don't want to. So that is actually part of the game. Like if you're a synthetic, you can choose not to tell anyone. I've been known to pass notes to players or text them. You know, if they're the synthetic, like mother has contacted you, you cannot let any of the other players survive. And they are purposely trying to kill the other players, but not make it look like they're trying to kill the other players. So
Nice.
as of right now, I can't give it a full grade, but um if since we can give half markings, I'll give it a 0.5 because I'm kind of biased to the game itself, like the way the aliens are and all the different styles and monsters, and so it's a lot of fun. And I am hoping to run it again once I can finish past the book again.
I definitely would love to play in that with and play like a Marine. Like we're all Marines and we have to clean out like a derelict ship or
I have the book.
Yeah.
I have the book, the full Colonial Marine manual, and there is a mission that you guys are sent on for it, like different missions that I can choose or I can make up my own. But there is a different versions of the Colonial Marine, like the medic Colonial Marine, the comms tech, the pilot, and you're just doing a bug hunt, and that's all it's called. It's called bug hunt. So it's a lot of fun.
So I think that would be kind of fun to do. It's like a one shot. We're Marines cleaning out a base that got takeover that we don't know what killed it, possibly, whatever, and we just go in and just bug hunt and take out what we can.
Yeah,
See if we survive.
Josh and Ariel have played the game and they really like it, so it's definitely something we could do for a one shot just to break up the.
I don't have anything else unless y'all have something you want to talk about. Because I was trying to look to find out what I had, and I'm like, I'm not really doing a lot of, working on different models, working on the podcast, working on, other things. I haven't had chance to even watch anything. I know Mayors of Kingstown came back, so I need to watch that. So I'll have to wait for that. Mizzy Nestor, you got anything?
No, I'm just looking over some new models for Next Wave. Because that's out. So
all right, guys, we are going to get out of here. We appreciate you listening. We appreciate you watching. Make sure you pay attention to all of our social media. We will be doing some more things coming up. And when I'm allowed to break the news about our next one shot, I will. I got to send an email out to that group and make sure that we're all good. And we'll see what we can do. So for More Than Dice, I'm Gonzo.
I'm Mizzy.
I'm Nessie.
Good night.
Thanks for listening to More Than Dice, making the world a better, nerdier place, one dumb joke at a time. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. For more nerdy action or to connect with your hosts, check them out on Facebook.com/morethandice and Twitch.tv/more_than_dice. Until next time, stay nerdy, stay proud, and we'll see you soon on the More Than Dice podcast.